Based on information in the passage, if a scientist were able to derive a dinosaur's entire genome from a fossil, then that scientist would. Well, going back to the passage, we see here that having all the DNA, knowing the entire genome, is simply not enough to clone. So we cannot create carbon copies of organisms, it says, even if we have the entire genome in the correct order. What is needed is translation of the information. We need to know how to translate the genome. And so we go back here, and we can see that, well, even if a scientist had the entire genome to a dinosaur, he still would not be able to create a clone or an actual dinosaur, which is answer choice A. Note that answer choice B is the opposite of what the passage is saying. Have the essential information necessary to clone a dinosaur is incorrect. It's the opposite of what the passage says. As is E, be able to translate the information of the genome into an organism. They can't clone that. It's saying at this point. C and D relate just to the DNA, which again, they know about the DNA and the genome, but that doesn't necessarily help them clone a dinosaur. The primary purpose of the passage is to. So we look here at the bottom of the passage, and it talks here about DNA and the genome, the idea that we have all the information from the genome, yet we can't create these carbon copies of organisms. And so we're talking here about cloning in the last sentence. It says, before this is even possible, we still must learn not just about the information, but how to translate this information. Otherwise, we can't make a clone. And that's the key, the main point of the passage, to discuss this ongoing difficulty in cloning. So the answer is A. There is no misconception here. For instance, there's not a misconception that some people think that having the genome is all you need, but really, you need a lot more. And now I'm going to write a passage to show you how important this misconception is. And that doesn't really describe the passage. Disprove a common theory. It's not disproving any theory. And it's not recommending a specific course of action or a course of action on what to do about cloning. But again, it's talking about how cloning is not possible unless they learn how to translate DNA. And there's nothing controversial about the practice. So again, the answer is A.